course, you would have paid a certain amount of money for the shares, which you wouldn't have paid if you knew that the stocks or the debtors were worthless. So that's the challenge we face. We have to make sure that whatever is disclosed by the company is as accurate as possible. Because if it's not accurate, then investors are going to be misinformed, and then they will make the wrong decision about whether to invest or not. So we pay a lot of attention to disclosure, and of course disclosure depends on who's disclosing it. If an honest person is disclosing, then chances are it's going to be true. If a dishonest person is disclosing, then chances are it's going to be untrue. So then the problem is, how do we spot a dishonest disclosure? So yeah, if you ask me what am I fantasizing about, I want all disclosures to be honest. I want all disclosures to be honest, because by that can only happen if everyone who discloses information are honest. Maybe fantasy land, but it's but we have to accept that we live in a world where people are different, and there always going to be someone who wants to make money the quick way or the dishonest way. I mean, that's the fact of life. We're not going to have a situation where everyone's honest. So then we need to have all the checks and balances. I mean, the reason we have directors of companies is to make sure that they oversee the management of companies. But the difficulty we have is we need the boards of companies to be also very professional. And sometimes we have boards of companies who are not aware what's going on in the companies. So then there's a problem. Yes.
I'm going to take the last question, sorry guys, and ask you, in this World Cup, which is your favorite?
Actually, if I could turn the clock back, I'll probably want to be a professional footballer. Last World Cup, I supported France. because my team is Arsenal, and I only support the country of the captain of the club. So in this case, this year is Fabregas.
Spain.
So it's Spain. Fortunately, they're still in. At least for one more day, anyway. But I when it started out, I said I'm not going to support France this year. Which was a good choice. And I thought maybe Holland or Spain. So both of them are still in. But I think the amazing team has been Germany, because no one really. I mean, I don't think I can name a single German player. And they're all apart from Berhad, who's not playing. Nobody. Okay, Podolski or Klose, but they're not household names, right? Not like the French and the Italian and the English.
They are the youngest football team you have there.
Highly overpaid, highly overrated. But yeah. Actually, sorry, you had one question, is it? Yeah.
I thought the last time there was a director's training which is not compulsory, is it? There is some hours that they have to attend, is it, directors for company?
Yeah, some time ago we introduced compulsory training for directors, because as I said earlier, we need to have directors of companies who perform their jobs well. So we introduced mandatory training. But the problem we had was then a lot of people said, I'm already good, why do I need to go for training? So they lobby all the way up, and then we were told just take it away. So today the only mandatory training you need to do is when you join the board for the first time. So if you become a board member of a listed company for the first time, you need to go through, I think, a few days of mandatory training. After that, there's no more mandatory training, but we expect the company to organize regular training for the directors every year, and they have to disclose this in the annual report. So if you look at the annual report of companies, you will see that they have to say, all these directors, they went for what kind of training. Whether they do or not, we don't know. But this is again, I said, honest disclosure. So in the ideal world, everything you read in the annual report is accurate in the ideal world, and then that's what we're trying to do as an exchange. The challenge is that how do we know that whatever is reported there? So we then depend on external auditors, internal auditors. So there are various checks and balances. So where it fails is when people collaborate, or they, when there are situations when people are not doing their work properly. That's what happens.